Hello there, it's Yogi Jo here. Welcome to your relax class. Today we're going to be using the tennis balls again to assist with my fascial release at the end of our class. So grab your ball, or it could be a rubber ball, it could be whatever that you're comfortable putting your weight on. And we're going to be placing it in different areas of the body to help release the tension that's held in different spots where we feel pain, to relieve the compression and create more well-being in that area of the body through increased circulation. So we're also going to move nice and gently and slowly to get everything to open up and really take it nice and easy to make sure that we're really enjoying our practice and really nourishing ourselves. Just de-stress and completely release all the tension, all the worries, let everything go. So when you're ready, come join me in class and we'll get started. So when you're ready, finding your comfortable seat. Grounding your sit bones into the floor. Seeing if you can lift yourself up a little higher. I'm going to pop you up a little higher here. 1 and 2. Ready? Thank you. Yeah. No. Wait a minute. I'll get there. Radio. You're radio now? Yeah. Okay, good. Now I can do that. Okay, good. Wonderful. All right. So now the spine is nice and tall. The chest is nice and open. The shoulders are drawing a little back towards each other and away from the ears. The crown's reaching up to the sky. And we're starting to breathe a little deeper into the body. And the inhale is going to create more space and expansion. And the exhale is going to create more release. And just feeling your breath moving in and out of your body. If you prefer to breathe in and out through the nose, just maybe gently constricting the base of the throat, as if you're going to go, but you're going to breathe through that slight constriction. And it creates this beautiful oceanic sound called the Ujjayi breath. You're going to turn your gaze towards the horizon just to level out the head and neck. And then you're going to turn it to your inner horizon. Allowing yourself to gaze inwards in our practice today. As you continue to breathe a little deeper into the body, maybe seeing if you can allow the belly and the lower back to expand, the lower ribs to expand. And feeling them draw inwards as you exhale. Really allowing yourself to draw here into your body in this present moment. Perhaps already noticing a difference in how you're feeling. Maybe allowing your joints to soften a little more and allowing your crown to lengthen a little more and your seat to lengthen a little more into the earth. Already feeling the space. If the mind is really active today, just either focusing on the lengthening or focusing on your inhale as you inhale And your exhale as you exhale. Maybe visualizing your favorite color or favorite feeling or something you would like to have more of in your life as you breathe in, breathing it into your body. And as you breathe out, maybe it's another color, or maybe it's a feeling, or perhaps it's something that you're ready to let go of, or you'd like to let go of. Using our breath as a vehicle for cultivating our life as we would like it to be, our experience as we would like it to be. When you feel ready, maybe asking yourself from this space what you would like to work on today, what you would like as your intention for your practice. And rather than questioning what comes up, just let it be what it is, knowing that it's perfect, if that's what came first. And now that it is seeped into your being, let's allow the eyes to gently open. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows, take the hands down to the midline of the body. Just getting used to one breath, one movement. If it's too strong to reach the arms all the way up, you just allow them to reach a little lower. So you feel comfortable in your shoulders, comfortable in your arms. As you next reach up, we're gently going to twist over towards the right as the hands lower down. And just working 2 more times this way. And then drawing back to center. And as you exhale over to the left. 2 more times. Last one. Back to center. Nice deep breath in and out. Exhale, reaching the hands all the way out in front. Just as far as feels okay, maybe a little sway from side to side, just lengthening through our lower back. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face, the jaw. And as you're ready, slowly drawing your hands in and placing the hands behind, fingers pointing towards the pelvis, bending into the elbows, pressing into the heels of the hands, and just opening the chest gently, drawing the shoulders towards each other, pressing the hands down into the floor. If it feels okay, maybe a little movement from side to side. If it feels okay, if you've got one foot in front of the other, maybe lifting the hips, but only if it feels good, remembering that we're just starting our practice. So if it's too much, just lower them down. And we're going to tuck the chin in and lower the hips down if they're lifted. Swap over the feet. Pressing into the heels of the hands and drawing ourselves forwards again. Moving a little from side to side. When we change the positioning of the feet, it changes the stretch from the back of the hips. That's why we're trying to do both sides. And this time, maybe you might choose to walk the hands over towards the left for a little while. Just allowing for a deeper stretch for the top of the hips and the lower back. If you want a little bit more stretch for the lower abdomen, just pressing into the left hand, reaching the right arm back, behind, opening out. Maybe gazing towards the right hand if that's comfortable, maybe binding if that's comfortable. So you turn the palm 180, bend the elbow, back of hand comes to the body, opening through the chest. If it's uncomfortable to gaze up, just tuck the chin in and gaze forwards or down towards the left hand. Good work. Inhale to release the right arm if you came into the bind, lowering right hand down. And gently moving your way over to the right side. Taking some moments here, allowing the left lower back to open up. Nice work. Just moving as far as feels okay. If you want to take it a little further like we did on the other side, we press into the right hand, we open the left arm back behind, lower than shoulder height so we can relax the top of the shoulder. And if you want to bind, you turn the palm, you bend the elbow, back of hand comes to the lower back or side waist or inner thigh, you open through the left side of chest. And as you're ready, gentle release, drawing up, drawing down, walking back to center, and then taking the hands behind, pressing into the heels of the hands, opening the chest, maybe lifting the hips. And when you lift the hips, you're actually rocking forwards onto the legs. So it's not having to press into the legs to lift. Actually a gentle rocking motion, so it's just opening a little more through the front of the hips. Good. And as you're ready, chin draws in, lowering hips down. Pressing into the hands to draw ourselves forwards onto all fours. This might be where you want to pop the blanket or your pillow under your knees. Hands are under the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes are touched. Inhale, opening the front body. Exhale, opening the back body. Just practicing this 3 more times with your own breath. Really feeling inwards. And as you're ready, finding a neutral spine, pressing into left hand, inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky, sweeping right hand behind, spreading right hand through to the left, right ear comes down, right shoulder comes down, press into your left hand to help spiral those right ribs underneath towards the left side, helping to open through the back of the right ribs. Breathe into the stretch. You want to take it further, inhale, reaching left arm up to the sky and then taking left hand overhead. Palm towards the top of your mat. Beautiful. Upper arm in alignment with the ear. Feel the separation of the ribs all the way along the spine. Beautiful. Keep looking towards the right thumb. Nice deep breaths into the stretch. If you wish, closing the eyes. In and out through nose, or in through nose, out through mouth. Long, steady breaths. If you notice any tingling or warmth along the line of stretch, this is just the energy being freed and moving. So ready, let's draw that left hand in, press it into the floor and unwind the right arm up. Taking the right hand back behind and down. Inhale, left arm lift. Exhale, left hand behind. Threading left hand over to the right. Left ear comes down, feeling the left rib spiraling under this time. Pressing into the right hand to help open the right side of chest. Keeping the toes tucked if you can, keeping the hips high. You want to take it further. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm overhead. The further in alignment the ear and the arm, the more stretch you're going to get to the arm from hips to fingers. Gazing towards the left thumb. Breath moving wherever you feel the stretch the most. Maybe closing the eyes to feel it deeper. And as you're ready, let's draw that right hand in, unwinding left arm up, drawing it back behind and down. Breathing in, untucking toes, hips to heels. Stretching the arms out in front, relaxing the forehead down, child's pose. If the shoulders are being quite tight, you can choose to have the arms out to the sides or hands by the feet, palms face up. This can be a nice variation just to relax the shoulders. Taking a few breaths here, allowing yourself to completely rest and relax. And then maybe, if the hands are by the feet, drawing the tops of the hands next to the knees and pressing into the tops of the hands to stretch the wrists, keeping the elbows in towards the body. Let's take 2 more breaths. Beautiful. As you're ready, slowly curling yourself up. Good. Reaching the arms up. Interlacing the fingers, pressing the hands up, and then maybe coming up on the knees and tucking the toes. Good. From here, let's see if we can step the right foot forwards. If you need to take the hands down to do that, go for it. Nice work. So back toes are tucked under to help us draw in more stability. We feel like we're squeezing everything inwards towards the midline to engage the core. So sweep the hands behind, interlace the fingers and draw the shoulders back and down. Just enjoying that opening through the chest while balancing, using our body. Chin drawing towards the throat helps to lengthen the back of the neck. Good work. As you're ready, leaning forwards, planting the hands down, pressing into the back toes to lift the left knee. If you need to keep it grounded, just keep it grounded. Otherwise, let's do 3 circles right arm. Beautiful work. And then let's everyone lower the back knee. Take the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Press them into one another. And then 3 circles. Left arm. Good. Nice work. And then as you're ready, taking left hand down. So both hands are on the inside of the right foot now. Untuck the back toes, if that's okay. And see if you can shuffle that back leg a little further back. If you need to draw further forward on your mat too. We should feel a stretch through the front of the left hip. Nice. So top of the foot is on the floor. And just check in and see if the foot is in alignment with the shin. So if it's working inwards or outwards, just see if you can straighten it up. Nice. You're feeling it already. Stay here, pressing the leg and the foot down into the floor and the hands. If you're not feeling it, you want to move a little deeper, maybe coming onto the forearm. Nice deep breath. Good work. If you're ready, let's gently allow, we'll see, gently allow the left heel to draw in towards the left buttock, if that's available. You might feel a bit more of a stretch through the front of the left hip. 2, and 1, lowering back down, tucking the back toes when you're ready. Taking the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Lift the back knee, slide your right foot back, find your first downward facing dog. Well done. Feet are hip width, hands are shoulder width apart, armpits engage inwards towards the midline, lifting through the arches of the feet. Fingers point forward, so middle fingers point forwards and the rest of the fingers splay out from there. Good, relax the head down. 2 more breaths. Feet are hip width apart. Well done. Let's lower the knees down. And then pressing into the knees, curling up. Reaching arms up. Interlace the fingers up. And then see how you go. Stepping left foot forwards. Nice. Now my knee is not great on this side. This is what I'm going to use back here. Good. Just pressing those hands up, chin drawing towards the throat, tailbone scooping under lower ribs in, feeling the lengthening through the sides of the body, and that squeezing in and up through the core. Good. Interlacing the fingers behind, drawing shoulders back and down. Really helping tuck the tailbone under here, lower ribs in here. Good work, allowing the hands down. Option of keeping the back knee grounded or lifting the back knee, 3 cycles, left arm. So if you were twisting through the torso, we're grounding through the feet, strengthening our legs. And then as you're ready, let's everyone lower that right knee down if it's lifted, left hand inside of left foot, pressing arm and leg into one another to open the hip. And then as you're ready, 3 cycles, right arm. Feeling the opening through the whole torso, opening to the right. As you finish your third, let's lower that right hand down. Let's untuck the back toes. Shuffle that back leg a little further back. And breathe up and down the front of that right leg. If you can, keeping your knee above your ankle so we're not overshooting, which means that the knee is at a comfortable flexion. Good. Just checking in with the back toes, making sure they're in alignment with the shin. And if you want to take it a little further, maybe down to the forearm. Let's take 3 more breaths here. You come down to the forearms, let's come back up onto the hands. Let's see what it's like to bend the back knee and draw the heel in towards the buttock, stretching a little further up into that hip. And as you're ready, releasing it back behind, tucking the back toe, drawing that left leg back, finding your downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width, feet hip width. Otherwise, have the knees down and find your child's pose. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Remembering that the fingers point forward. Fingers spread nice and wide to increase the surface area on the floor. Armpits engaged and hips towards each other. Good work. As you're ready, let's walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthening forward. Exhale, fold. Taking hold of opposite elbows if that's available, or just letting the hands hang. Maybe forearms behind the head to help the chin curl in towards the throat to lengthen the upper spine. And just a little movement from side to side. Nice work. Toes pointing forward, feet underneath the hips so we're nice and stable. Lifting through the arches of the feet. All right, as you're ready, releasing the grip from around the elbows, pressing into your feet, curling yourself up 1 vertebra at a time. Coming up slowly if we have low blood pressure, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bend knees, take the hands down the center. Just grounding it down. Breathing in. Ground it down. 2 more times. Beautiful. As you next reach up, twisting to your right like we did when we were seated. Two more times. Last one. And then inhaling back to center. Exhaling over to the left. Feeling the energy drawing up through the body, the breath drawing up through the body and grounding down. Last one. Beautiful. Back to center. Exhale. Good. From here, right arm back, left arm forward. Reaching up, reaching down. 2 more times. Maybe a bit more like a bird flying. Really feeling the stretching out through those arms. However feels good for you. If you can twist a little further, go for it. One more. And then drawing back to center, reaching the left arm back, right arm forwards. And then finding your flight. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowers. So here we're stretching out the chest gently. We're stretching out the breath gently. Remembering there's a lift as you inhale and there's a sinking as you exhale if you include your whole body. 2 more. Last one. You're ready. Inhale back to center, both arms up. Exhale up on toes. Good. Lowering the heels, taking the hands through the heart. Exhale, chin tucks in, curling down. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the hands down and then walking them forwards. Finding your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Relax the head, relax the neck. And then knees come down, finding your child's pose for a moment. Just taking a rest. But as you're ready, gently lifting the gaze, walking the hands over to the right, hips over to the left. Lowering the gaze between the arms. The further over the hips move, the greater the stretch to the outside of the hips. The closer the torso to the floor, the more the stretch to the lower back. 2 more. And then inhale, hands to center, gaze to center, hips to center. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands over to the left, hips over to the right. Lowering the gaze between the arms. Breathing up and down the stretch. Letting your gaze turn inward. Feeling into what's beneath the surface. Next, inhale, drawing the hands to center, hips to center. Exhale, drawing the hands in. Turning the fingers around as much as possible and then pressing into the wrists, the heels of the hands, just stretching out the inner line of the arms. Maybe a little movement from side to side, just helping to stretch out those muscles of the forearm. And then as you're ready, turning it around. So the fingers still point towards the body, but we're pressing into the wrist again and stretching out through the back of the forearm. Nice work. Okay, as you're ready, slowly drawing yourself up again. Now we're going to have a go at pigeon. So remembering it's not about how far you go, it's about how it feels in the body. And the aim is to open through the back of the pelvis, lower back. All right. So from here, as you're ready, coming back onto all fours, you're going to draw your right knee towards your right wrist and your right ankle towards your left wrist. And if it's something that's a bit closer to the left hip, that's fine. Nice. And then we're going to see how we go, shuffling that left leg back. Making sure, again, that the foot is in alignment with the shin. Nice. Beautiful. And draw the body weight a little further over to the left. And then if you're okay here, maybe you want to drop down onto the forearms, palms face up. And if you're okay here, maybe elbows out to the sides, forehead down onto the hands, shoulders away from the ears. I'm going to take 10 breaths here. Really allowing your gaze to go inward. As you finish your 10th breath, gently starting to come back onto the hands. Draw the lower ribs in to help you gently slide that right leg back. Maybe taking a little downward facing dog just to stretch out through the legs. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, lowering the knees down. Drawing the left knee towards the left wrist. Left ankle, maybe right hip or closer towards right wrist. And then shuffling right leg back gently, just as far as feels okay. If that's already far enough, you just stay here and relax the shoulders and keep the lower ribs drawing in. Just checking in with the right toes. Make sure they're in alignment with the shin. Draw the body weight a little over towards that extended leg, keeping the spine nice and long. And if you're pretty good here, maybe it's forearms. Pressing the forearms down into the floor, maybe the palms face up to broaden across the shoulders, or maybe elbows out to the sides, forehead down. And taking your 10 breaths on this side now. See if you can soften a little further. See if you can breathe a little deeper. See if you can breathe a little slower. And if you're ready, slowly beginning to draw yourself up. Tucking your back toes, maybe finding a downward facing dog. And then maybe just walking your dog a little over to your tennis ball to grab him. And then draw him back to you. All right, taking a few more moments here. And as you're ready, allowing the knees to come down. Allowing the legs a little back. Taking your ball over towards the left side and lowering yourself down. All right, from here, once you're down, we're going to grab, Lynn's really down. We're going to grab our tennis ball and we're going to pop it next to our belly button on the left-hand side and under the down. And we're going to just gently have a bit of a play around that area. And just see if you can find any spots that feel a little bit like, ooh. I'm taking that as you found it, right? I feel like every spot you do. And you'll know it because it feels like it's almost like it makes you catch your breath for a second. You're like, ooh, found it. And then what you're going to do is back it off a little bit. Make sure you can breathe deeply. And once it starts to soften, then take it with a little more pressure. And then if you stop feeling it, it's done its job. Maybe you find another spot. You can draw the tennis ball a little further up. You can draw it a little further down into the hip. But just work that left side. Nice. Finding that balance between pleasure and pain, using your breath. When you find a spot that you're really like, okay, yep, you're it, allow yourself to just come down completely. Maybe the hands are by the side. And you just gaze towards whatever side feels good, so the ears down on the floor. Soften the shoulders. Just let everything melt around that spot. And take 5 breaths there. And if it moves, just allow yourself to wriggle a little and move it where it needs to move. And then as you're ready, in the next inhale, just allowing those hands back under the shoulders and taking our tennis ball 3 finger widths below the navel. That dantian spot that I talk about sometimes. Yeah, this is a really important kidney nourishing spot. This helps us with our energy levels. And remembering it might, if it doesn't feel good to relax completely, just keep your core a little engaged by pressing down through the forearms, down through the hands or the legs, just to take a bit of the pressure off as gravity softens you. Make sure you can breathe. And then when it feels good, maybe again you soften around it, maybe the arms come down by the sides, maybe change the direction that you were gazing in before, just to create a bit more balance in the stretch of the neck. And let's take 5 breaths here. Nourishing our energy levels, boosting them, so that we can live with more vitality. And as you finish off each breath, rolling the hands back forwards, elbows under the shoulders. And now we're going to shift the tennis ball over to the right side. Finding the spots that need it. Maybe it's further along the line of the hip, maybe it's closer up towards the ribs, maybe it's right in the middle, just finding a spot. Making sure you can breathe. And then when you feel like you'd like to relax a little more into it, feel free to come back down and soften around it. If you're wanting to do a little bit more active pressure point things, and staying up and moving around. And again, if you come all the way down, maybe swap the direction of the neck again. You can even take the forehead to the floor and draw the skin of the forehead towards the nose. This might get a little uncomfortable after a while, so feel free to adjust. Okay, as you're ready, let's draw those elbows underneath the forearms again. Drawing the tennis ball up towards the chest. Maybe it's just below the sternum. That's our heart point. That can feel really good. If you've got some muscular anxiety going on, feel free to put the tennis ball where you usually feel that and see how that goes. If it's really, really sore, don't worry about it. But just having a bit of a play. You can work along the ribs. You can even work all the way up to the front of the shoulder or the sides. Just having a bit of a play. If you find a spot, allowing yourself to soften around it, position yourself however it feels good, and breathe. Cultivating our inner work, learning what feels good for our unique bodies, the unique positions we place them in, the unique issues that we have, the pleasures that we have, the unique way we breathe. If you want to work the other side, maybe swapping over when you're ready. Feeling free to play and experiment. If you don't quite get it the first time, just keep working that tennis ball around. And then when you feel ready, beautiful, gently allowing yourself to turn over onto your back. So now we've released the front, we're going to release the back. So if you need to release any hair ties, now's the time. And just having a bit of a play. So you can pop your ball underneath the back of the pelvis. Maybe it's more the center of the body. You might even want to release the leg all the way out in front and have a play with the hamstrings if they're tight. Generally, it's really good to find somewhere in the hips, and feel free to allow the legs to change their position. Maybe the knee folds in or folds out to find that perfect spot that makes you go, ooh. And then finding your breath at the same time. Lengthen the neck. Soften around the ball. Maybe pop your hands somewhere on your body or have them open out to the sides, palms face up. Make sure that as the tension moves away from that spot and out of the body, it has a chance to, rather than holding everything in. Then if you like, finding another spot on the other side. Feeling free to be playful in your exploration. Allowing yourself to be curious with what's going on in your body. Noticing if any thoughts get stirred up or any feelings, sensations. See if you can witness it without becoming it. Let's take 3 more breaths. And then as you're ready, let's move the tennis ball up to our shoulders. Finding a spot somewhere on the shoulders, maybe it's up the top, or maybe it's the shoulder blade itself, maybe it's just to the inside of the shoulder blade towards the spine. Finding that spot. When you found it, let's take 5 breaths. And then maybe if you want to have a little extra challenge, see what it's like to gently place the tennis ball at the base of the skull on one side of the spine. So maybe it's a little more on the left. Just releasing those muscles that sometimes get a little tight when we keep drawing the chin a little forward beyond the heart, which causes headaches, tension headaches. And if you like, just keep your hand on the ball just to keep it controlled. It's a very narrow area. Just see if you can work that tension out. And then as you're ready, maybe switching over to the other side. Three more breaths. And staying here if it's really good, otherwise let's swap it over to the other shoulder. Getting all the good spots today. Using your body weight. Adjusting the positioning of your arm if you'd like to. This can help to stretch it out a little more. Find your breath and soften. If it moves, let the ball move. And then as it feels right for you, you can choose to work your Shavasana with the ball if you're now best friends. Or if you want to release the ball, we can relax into our Shavasana. So moving your ball from underneath you. Maybe you hug the knees into the chest a little just to release the lower back a little more. Maybe release the legs up to the sky and the arms up towards the sky and just rotate through the ankles, the wrists, spread out through the fingers, the toes. And then releasing the legs out in front. You might choose to take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide to stretch the inner line of the legs for a little while. Otherwise, the legs can go all the way out in front, feet a little wider than the hips, toes flop out to the sides. Hands can either rest on the body or just allowing the hands to be open, away from the body so that everything is completely open. And you might want to grab your blankie if you're feeling a little cold and drape him over you. Closing the eyes, tucking the chin in to lengthen the neck, shoulders away from the ears, grounding everything down into the earth. And feeling the earth rising up to meet you, to hold you, giving you the comfort to just let everything go. Allowing your whole being to soften into this next breath. And softening further on your next one. Letting yourself release all that you know to make space to learn something new. Let's deepen the breath in the body. As our breath expands, maybe the fingers and toes begin to move a little. Maybe the wrists, the ankles, the knees, the elbows, the shoulders, the hips, the spine, the head, the neck. And maybe stretching the arms out to the sides and the legs out to the sides like a star. Allowing the head to reach to. And then maybe the arms above the head and the legs together in a final stretch. And then bending the knees and rolling over onto your side, letting the bottom arm be a pillow for your head. And then as you're ready, just taking a few breaths. Maybe spending a little time with your inner child. And then as you're ready, slowly, with your eyes still closed, winding up to your comfortable seat. Popping yourself up on your pillows if you need that to be more comfortable as you sit. Maybe just a few little movements just to allow a little bit more comfort. Before you rest the backs of your hands on your legs, you draw your middle finger, thumb and little finger together into Brahmari Mudra, the bumblebee mudra that helps us with our breathing. We're going to take the next 5 breaths, breathing in through nose, and then as we exhale, we actually exhale in a hum, a sound, like a bumblebee. This helps to further relax the nervous system. So whenever you're ready, just allowing yourself to begin. And when you finish, just coming back to your natural breath. Breathing in when you're ready. Allow your hands to relax out of the mudra. And just noticing how you feel. Enjoying the palms into prayer position of your heart space. Drawing the thumbs to the third eye, to the sky. And sweeping your hands to the earth as you bow down in gratitude for what you have gifted yourself today, what you have learned, what you have explored, and for honouring your intention consciously or unconsciously throughout your practice, cultivating self-love. You're ready, drawing yourself back in, drawing, gathering that energy back in and taking the hands back to the heart. Closing our practice with one round of Om, breathing in. The acknowledgement of our practice together. Let's bow our heads towards our heart. Namaste. As you're ready, just allowing your sense of self in this space to broaden. Maybe taking in the sounds that are outside of this space if you haven't already. Maybe moving the body however it wants to move. And then maybe the eyes open if they're not already. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Best friends. Yeah.
Darling.
Yeah. Oh, hey, gorgeous. How did you go? What did you notice? How did you feel governing your own sovereignty as you moved the tennis ball around the different spots that suited yourself? Did you feel a sense of freedom from that as opposed to just following continuous instruction? That little insight there is what's really key to building your own practice. It's really, first and foremost, honoring how you feel and honoring what you need. Because if you enjoy what you're doing, there's a higher likelihood that you're going to keep doing it. And if you keep doing it and you really enjoy it, well, that's loving yourself. So that's really great. And it also means that when we find tight areas of our body, it's not something that has to be distant from us. In fact, it's a signal that helps us to understand what we need to honor ourselves better. And to use something as simple as a tennis ball, or to take our breath into that area and to spend some time really focusing on that area of our body, is really wonderful to learning what's going on, and perhaps even learning about how we tend to hold our body in our everyday activities and what areas tend to get tension on a regular basis. And then what activities we can do to help to release that tension on a regular basis so that everything feels a lot more open, a lot freer, has better circulation, less tension, and is just more enjoyable to be in. Because when we're connected to our body, we enjoy being in our body, we enjoy being with our mind, we create a whole new state of being, one free from pain, one with a deeper breath, better functioning organs, and a better state of life. Tune in next time for some more yoga. See you soon.